The 2012 Auto Show is in Toronto and it's well underway. It goes until the 26th of this month, and if you're thinking about buying a car, looking for something to do over the reading week, or are just a gearhead like myself, this is definitely something you want to check out. Be sure to look at the first issue back when we come out of reading week, because Excalibur will be having a piece that heads off the new Chevrolet Sonic with the Mazda 2. So definitely check that out, because there are two cars that are in the student price range and you'll definitely want to give that a read. Now, if you are planning to go to the auto show, I have a list of a few things that I went and saw that I definitely think you should check out if you're like me and just want to look at some dream cars that you hope your education will one day result in you being able to afford. So to kick things off, it's the Jaguar XK-RS. Now this car was pitted against the GTR on the show Top Gear, if you watch that, and it makes an absolutely glorious noise, and I personally like it more than the GTR, just because I think it's more of a car rather than a laptop, but it's an absolutely stunning thing to behold. I really recommend checking it out. And the next is Chevrolet is coming out with a new Corvette Stingray. Potentially. They have a concept there of the new Stingray, and it's sort of like a really angry version of the Camaro, so definitely something you'll want to check out. It looks really, really cool. Next is the Pagani Zonda R. Now, if you're like me and there's that 8-year-old in you trying to burst out, you'll know this as the car that currently holds the lap record at the Nürburgring. It did it in 6 minutes and 47 seconds. And it's just one giant carbon fiber trophy of what can be done when there are no limits. Next comes the Audi R8. Now, this car has been with us for some time now, and you're probably saying, okay, I've seen this, for the past few auto shows, what's so special? Well, this year they're actually allowing people who go to the auto show to sit inside it. So if you've never sat inside an Audi R8, but have drooled over the car, maybe have a poster up on your wall, definitely something you'll want to check out, because you can sit inside, and it's absolute perfection. It's really something very, very cool. Next, we go to the Aston Martin 177. I got a chance to sit inside this car. They only made 77 of these, and it's the Mona Lisa of cars. It's perfect. Even if you got in an accident, I think this car would still be more perfect than the majority of the things on the road. It goes for about $1.7 million, so it's definitely something that you want to check out, because it's really something very special. Right next to it is the Bugatti Veyron 16.4. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware of this car, and if not, it currently, it used to be the fastest production car in the world, until the Americans came out with something, and then Bugatti came out with the Veyron Supersport. At the other end of the scale, you can get yourself a Golf R. Now, Volkswagen have replaced the old Volkswagen Golf R32 with the new Golf R. So it's a turbocharged 2-liter engine, still with 4-wheel drive, in that new Mark 6 Golf body. It looks really sharp. Definitely recommend checking that out. If you also want something a little bit cheaper but still with a lot of pep and looks cool, you can check out the Fiat 500 Abarth. Now, the Fiat 500 has been with us now for about a year, but coming this year, Fiat Canada will be bringing in the 500 Abarth. Now, this will have 160 brake horsepower and a bunch of Abarth badges and suspension tunings and some different paint. And anyway, it looks fantastic. It's a really cool little car. I really recommend checking it out. However, the highlight of the show for me, above all else, is the Subaru BRZ. Now, Subaru worked with Toyota to produce this car, and Toyota is releasing the car under the name of the GT86, although in Canada it will be released under the brand of Scion. But if you go to the Subaru dealership, you'll be able to get it as the BRZ. It's a really cool two-seater. I mean, it technically has a back seat, but it's really just a two-seater little sports coupe, and it's got 200 brake horsepower, rear-wheel drive, which is a first for Subaru, because they're usually just producing cars with 4-wheel drive. And it's got that Boxer 4 engine in the front, so typical Subaru engine, and it's trimmed out like a regular STI, so it's very comfortable, it's very nice, it's very stylish, and I haven't driven it yet, but I predict it'll be an amazing car to drive. Anyway, that's my list of must-sees for this year's auto show at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. Phil Darlington, Excal Autos.